opportunity for three.
I think we see Willis coming out.
Won the NBA championship.
Have the first pick in the 1985 NBA college draft.
Season ends the hands of the Chicago Bulls. Reggie Miller is tied the game.
The Bulls are your world champions.
New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis.
Welcome to the MadGood Knicks Show. I'm Far. That's Jay. That's T. We're going to give you all the Knicks news all the damn time. Check us out on Instagram at MadGood Knicks Show. Big time OT win. Against...
OT.
I don't know why Far sounds like a
OT.
sex operator today or something. He's like,
I don't know, man.
You know what it is?
Fuzzy
I know, right?
You know what it
He's all
is?
suited up. Look at him. He might hit us with the Punisher. Right? Pull out two guns from the trench coat.
Let me talk to y'all for
Boondock Saints here. So
I saw my man Lonzo Ball roll up into the garden with his Nas shirt thinking he's something he's not, right?
Yeah.
So, you know what? I'm gonna come up on the show like I'm ESPN and shit.
Like you
and
not.
see what we got going on. You know, we'll see if I come out with a W here. And...
Why do we miss the memo?
Oh, you guys didn't?
Yeah, I'm hoodied down. I'm hoodied mellow.
I mean, you know, Mello.
I got the buttons, but that's it. That's it.
We got hoodie Mello coming up,
and we got Al Borland.
For you kids out there that don't know who that is.
Anywho,
There you go.
I'm all about the business today, cause we beat up on Lonzo Bizzle and the Lakers, and LeVar Ball had a front row seat to his boy getting that.
Catching that L.
Can we
Front row to
can
that L.
we talk a little bit of defense though in this episode? Because we made Lonzo look like a stud out there, where offensively he hasn't been, and all of a sudden he drops 17 points.
Ain't no news. Like, I mean, we can't play 3-point defense. It's
Yeah,
that
it was
simple.
rough.
You know, like, and that has not changed. Luckily, the Lakers ain't shit. You know, otherwise we would have lost that game. But
We have
also,
gone 2-1.
We also don't have a young man by the name of Tim Hardaway Jr.
That is true.
We're gonna
My
talk
guy,
a little bit
Timmy.
about that, right?
Holla back. Ooh, ooh.
Let's take it to the first segment. All right, boys, it's time for business. As you can see, at least one of us showed up to talk business.
I'm hoodie down mellow, baby.
Specifically, I need us to be serious, though.
What's up, Jay? Good to have you back.
Thanks, brother.
I said serious.
You always serious, baby.
I need us to be very serious here.
All right, Men in Black over there. Take it easy.
All right. So, we're gonna talk about the defense, and specifically that.
You rewrote the script on us.
Oh, is that what we're
We're
talking
supposed to
about?
talk about Tim Hardaway, baby.
True, you're right. Take two.
Yo, we gotta talk about the impact that Tim Hardaway has on his team, because I mean, since he's been gone, we've looked up and down like we have all season, but we're missing an important piece on the offensive end.
He's a second go-to.
Yeah,
Second in
he
command.
is.
Let me ask you guys this: do you think we would have gone to overtime had we had Tim Hardaway Jr.?
No.
I think Tim Hardaway
No.
would actually hit that three-pointer at the end that
KP held on to too long.
Yeah.
That too. I don't even think we would have been in that far, to be honest.
I gotta agree with that one. And I think Tim Hardaway, like, we see the importance. So, I mean, do you think he's worth $71 million now?
I do. I've always thought so. Jay, come on.
ask me in a few episodes.
Oh, come on, man.
So a few episodes,
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
like
episodes.
20 games or so. So
Yeah,
ask me
yeah.
about 20 games.
We still have a small sample
size
right now.
I mean, but okay, so you have the contrast. You've seen what he's done while he's on the court, how well we played together. He had his ups and downs early in the season, but he's been up for the most part when he's played recently. Now,
You know what?
where
I'll
he's
take it
out.
back. Yeah, he is worth
You're
it.
not allowed.
I'll take it back.
You're not
I'll take
allowed.
it back. No, because literally as
You hear that, guys?
No,
he
no,
took
no,
it back,
right
baby.
now, I'm thinking, for example, like Carmelo, PG, like all these people and what they're averaging,
Yeah.
roughly about the same numbers, if not a little bit more, actually, for THJ. and we're paying him less.
I mean, you saw the stat comparison we had the other day on Facebook and Instagram, where we compared the Cantor trade and Melo. So we had Cantor and Dougie and what Melo's doing. I think we won that trade. To be honest. So
Well, my bad. What does that have to do with Tim?
the fact that he was saying what Carmelo is averaging and
versus what he's getting
culture,
paid and everything. So
you know what? We made out okay.
Yeah, he's worth it right now.
And he's also 25 years old. Like, that cannot be stressed enough.
I can't believe he's still a young man, bro. He's still
Very
a young
young,
dude growing up, bro.
and you know what? He's finally like filling out. He's a strong kid, and I also we posted this to Instagram as well. He is, I think, #1 finisher at the basket for the Knicks. We had some arguments for Beasley, but you know what? Beasley is not nearly as consistent. Beasley is such a skilled offensive player, but in terms of consistency and finishing at the rim on the reg, Timmy.
My man Far, I must cut you off really quickly.
I was already done, so you can cut you off.
Well, I'm cutting you off. Say something. I'm cutting you off now. My man Frank, speaking of finishers.
What about it?
Frank cannot finish for shit.
Man.
Man, what is going on?
And like, I know fans right now are watching this like, how dare you, because, you know, he had that killer third quarter, fourth quarter, etc.
Hey.
Yo, we said this last time in the compliment sandwich. I particularly said it. Yo, you need to lay the ball up like an NBA player, Frank. You're not even doing it like an NCAA player, and that's worrisome. That makes me look bad because I got a lot of faith in you, man.
He's doing it like a Belgian player.
Like a Belgian.
There's a specific video. Cue the video.
Alright, but yeah, Frank not finishing at the basket, it's worrisome because he's a point guard in the NBA. If he was any other position, I would say, you know what, okay, but he can't finish. And on top of that, he's shooting it and lighting it up from outside. And I think that he would get more opportunities to light it up from outside if he'd just be a little bit more of a threat off the dribble and scoring at the basket.
Yo, Pierre, can we pull up those graphics really quickly about how the Knicks are doing with Tim Hardaway on the bench?
Yo,
just see those stats. You want to come out here? Cool.
So with that said, I think the importance of having a Batman and Robin on a team is critical.
Yo, Far, let me ask you guys this really quick, right? So, being that Tim Hardaway Jr. is absent from the court right now, who are 2 players that you guys would like to see step up on the offensive end and help carry the load here?
I mean, I think Dougie for us, he's already actually stepped up. But on another person for me, Jared Jack. And he said it before where he
But like
doesn't
points-wise
need to
with Jared Jack?
Yeah, points-wise.
So you're trying to see him average what? Like, or put up how many points?
I mean, go up. Right now he's averaging roughly around 6. Go up to 10. Go up to 12.
Here's the thing. I agree with that. Those aren't the 2 players I would choose. But Jared Jack did have, I forgot the other day, he had between 17 to 20-something points. And he looked really good out there. He controlled the offense, and he came down in the clutch when we needed him most.
That was right after the game where he put up a dud.
Right. So maybe more consistency towards that level. Like, at least be aggressive on the offensive end, right?
Come on, like coming off the screens and then popping that mid-range, he's great at that.
Yeah.
Do more of it.
For me, I think specifically for what Tim Hardaway brings to the team, which is 3-pointers and finishing at the basket aggressively. Like, he's a threat near the basket. That's going to go to Frank and Beasley for me.
Okay.
Because I think with Dougie, he's going to bring what he brings every night. I don't think that there's an increase or decrease in relation to what Tim Hardaway is doing on the floor. But I think with Beasley, if he can put up that offensive production, he can easily just replace Tim. But we're not expecting him to put up 20 points a game.
Right.
He can probably do like 13. And with Frank, if he's that scoring threat from outside, that 3-point threat from outside, then man, it's a wrap. And he's a solid 3-point shooter. We see it. Percentage is low, but he hits those clutch shots.
Well, listen, I'd have to agree with you on that one, man. I would definitely say Frank and Beasley as well. But the problem for me, is their consistency or lack thereof. Neither player is consistent enough. Frank has been aggressive as of late, we've seen, but he misses easy buckets. And on top of that, I saw him hit Lonzo Ball with a crossover last game and got to the basket. I thought he was going to stuff it. It looked like it, right? He was going to the basket aggressively, and he just dumped it off to Kyle Quinn last second. I know we got a bucket out of that, but that's not what I wanted to see from the Rook, man.
Not at all. So who do you think is actually going to step up?
Honestly,
and actually, let me take a step back. Who's actually consistent on the Knicks?
None of them.
There's not a single player on the New York Knicks that's
Yeah.
consistent. But that's also scary.
Yeah.
Imagine if we had 1, 2, 3 consistent players on the Knicks.
Oh yeah.
Not even Courtney Lee, who was Mr. Consistent.
I was just about to say he was so consistent until he wasn't.
And then, but once the spotlight shined on him, and once he was like, okay, we might be all right with him at shooting guard, and he could put up 15 to 20 a game. That's when it ended.
Right.
Against the Lakers, he put up what?
He was a no-show. Yeah. Against the Lakers, where we need him most.
And then another game before that where he ended up with I think 17 points, but none of them came until the fourth quarter, and he was a dud before that.
You know what's really unfortunate about that? You asked who is the most consistent, and it really, really sucks because he's been injured, but it's Cantor. Cantor has given us everything he's got.
That's a good point.
This man is, what was it? Jack said he was like, in my 13-year career, I've never seen anybody leave the game in crutches, come back the next game, play, and then leave again in crutches. Like, come on, man.
Cantor's at 40, 50%, he said, and he's still going out there.
That's nuts. Man. So he's got to be the most consistent. It's just unfortunate that he's.
So we want to hear from you guys, though. We'll do a little mini question of the.
Give us your 2 players that you want to see step up and tell us why.
All right, guys. So that's going to wrap it up. Another quick, brief episode. Keep us posted in the comments. Let us know your thoughts. What was that question of the episode?
The question
2
of the
players.
episode. So the question of the episode, the question of the week this week is give us 2 players you'd like to see step up in Tim Hardaway's absence, and give us a little briefing on why.
Yeah, because it takes 2 people to replace 1 man.
Indeed, it does.
Timmy.
Moreover, we did hear you guys the last question of the week. We will be featuring some of those at the end of this episode, so stay tuned for that. Closing thoughts, guys. So the Melo game is coming up. That should be something big. The Brooklyn game will probably be wrapped up by this. We're expecting that dub. Please don't nick this shit up.
That'd be 3 straight, right?
Don't nick this shit up. And that'd be big, you know. But I think this team's looking like a 500 team.
Yeah, I mean that's fair to say.
Yeah. I think once they get Tim Hardaway back, we'll see if they get like a jolt of steroid shot in them and do something.
That would be amazing.
That would.
Yeah.
Jay.
Yeah, if we can compare it to something like some Barry Bonds thing where we never saw him hit 50 home runs, but all of a sudden shot up from 46 to 73. So if we can get that type of jolt from THJ, by all means, let's steroid this shit up.
Oh, shit.
Why not? Why not?